How can you struggle with motivation in the modern world? Are you asking to just lose? Are you asking to just be erased from humanity?
Yep.
Are you asking to be invisible? How can you be an 18-year-old man and say, I don't have the motivation to train as hard as possible and get as rich as possible? You are born to lose if you don't have motivation at 18. In the modern world, as competitive as it is, all those girls, those 18-year-old girls you go to school with, are talking to some 28-year-old man with a yacht somehow. And you're sitting there lonely and you don't have motivation? You must be out of your mind. The only way to win this game is to become as powerful as possible. It's difficult and it's getting harder and harder. And this is why I teach the things I teach to men. You can't just be Joe Schmo and win anymore. Those days are over. You have to be something else.
Wait a moment. Are you just going through life without a plan, or are you determined to make your mark? Today's video will reveal exactly where you stand. We're diving into a brain-teasing game with a twist, featuring riddles based on Andrew Tate's thought-provoking podcasts. Test your understanding of his teachings and see if you can crack these challenges. Just remember, no peeking back for answers. This is about testing your true comprehension. Andrew Tate challenges the idea of lacking motivation in today's fierce world. What does he believe is essential to not just survive, but thrive? A. Simply going with the flow of life. B. Striving relentlessly to become powerful. C. Waiting for opportunities to knock.
I don't think that men should ever consider how happy they are. I think that for a man, the paradigm of analyzing yourself based on your mood is an incorrect way to approach life. I don't think it makes you competitive. I just don't think it makes you competitive. I feel like as a man, life is ultra competitive and you're constantly competing against other men, whether you realize it or not. The girl you want, other men want. If you get her, it's a competition. The dollar you want, other men want. If you get it, it's a competition. The status you want, other men want. If you get it, you won the competition. Man, life as a man is hyper competitive, and you need to build a mindset that allows you to compete at the highest echelons and the highest level. And in my experience, the people who compete at the highest levels are not people who have any concern or care for how they feel on the day. You are a man with duties, you're a man with responsibilities, you must perform, you have things you must do, and you must do them regardless of how you feel. Whether you feel happy or you feel sad, you must still train. So considering it's not going to affect your actions, why even take it into consideration at all? Why does it matter? I don't look at myself and go, how do I be happy? I look at myself and go, how do I succeed and do everything I want to do and become competent and be successful? That's what I'm worried about, achieving my goals daily. Happiness is a byproduct. It's a side piece. But if you're gonna wake up and go, I want to be happy, well, yeah, to a degree it's feminine. It's also very childish because only women and children are so obsessed with happiness. But it doesn't make you competitive, because if you're concerned with being happy, that means you're only gonna perform when you feel like it. That means you can't outcompete the men who perform every day regardless. And that's why, as a man, you need to be building a mindset that makes you as competitive as possible. And I think that considering happiness as a concept, as an idea in and of itself is a bad idea. I think it's a mistake. So it doesn't even cross my mind if I'm happy. It doesn't even cross my mind. I got shit.
In Tate's view, life is a series of equal opportunities for all. How do successful people make the most of these opportunities? A. By hoping for the best. B. By preparing and seizing them actively. C. By relying solely on destiny.
So let me tell you something about how the universe works. All of us are given the same opportunities. Let's imagine this is a much better mental frame for you to hold within your mind, because your mindset is nothing more than software which you have installed yourself. And you need to install software that makes you as capable as possible. For the same reason I say I don't believe in things that take away power from me. View the world this way. Everybody is given the same amount of chances all of the time. And the people who are very successful are people who act on those chances. People who are prepared. Let's imagine there's the same amount of prison riots. A prison riot affects everybody in the jail. The man who escaped only escaped because he was prepared for the riot. And the men who don't are the men who refused to prepare. You have had the same number of chances as all of the people more successful than you, and you simply didn't act on them. I refuse to believe you haven't had opportunities. You've had opportunities. You could have paid more attention. You could have worked harder. You could have had unmatched perspicacity to identify every opportunity. You could have had sheer indefatigability to make sure when an opportunity was identified that it was wrung of every single piece of value you could grab it like a wet rag and squeeze every single piece of value out of the negative or positive circumstance you found yourself in. We all have the same opportunities, and the men you see who are monumentally successful simply act on them when you don't. I don't believe anybody who's struggling didn't have chances. I believe they didn't act. And the reason this is such an important mindset is because it puts all of the burden on you. It is down to you to act. It is not down to you to wait and hope for an opportunity to come that is so easy that you're going to walk down the street and find a winning lottery ticket. No, it is down to you to pay attention and act quickly. When someone gives you a chance, when someone shows an opportunity, when you have an idea, when we say you should do this or we believe this is going to happen, that is your time to finally act and do something. If you refuse to act, you will never escape. When the prison riot comes, if you sit on your bed, you're not going to end up out of jail. The prison's not going to collapse all around you and you just stand up and walk off. You have to do something. So anyone who's saying they struggled this year, I believe that you had the opportunities, you didn't act how you should. And when the burden of proof is on you, you must now then sit and say, well, what lesson can I learn? How can I change 2024? And it's very simple. In 2024, you can't afford to miss a chance. You need to be a hero. 2024 is the hero's year. Of you watching this, a percentage of you are going to live the best life you've ever lived in 2024. A percentage of you are going to escape and find financial freedom, and along with it, geographical freedom, and along with it, the freedom to speak your mind because you're no longer controlled by the matrix. But a percentage of you are going to stay stuck exactly where you are. Not because you have less chances than the people who escape. Quite the opposite. Because you refuse to act on the chances which are given to you. You are sitting here right now watching a stream from billionaires who are going to give you advice. And you can either act on that advice and change your life, or you could refuse to act and then sit and message us again on the next new year and say, it was a hard year, I'm struggling. Of course you're struggling because you're refusing to work and you're refusing to act.
2024, according to Tate, is a pivotal year. What sets apart those who will break free and soar from those who will remain stagnant? A, the wealth they start with. B, their proactive approach to grabbing chances. C, the influence of others in their lives. Share your answers in the comments, and let's see who among us is truly walking the path of growth and success. Remember, it's about the journey of learning, not just the destination. If you're ready for more enlightening content and eager to transform your life, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next deep dive into the world of self-empowerment. Keep challenging yourself, and let's make 2024 a year of remarkable achievements. Can't wait to see who among you is a true top G. Until next time, keep pushing your limits and exploring your potential.